Hey folks, Chef Red's back again. We're going to do something a little bit different today. It's basically we're going to be creating a little garnish. We're going to be making a bacon jam. Once again, I think I mentioned in a video before, I make my own bacon, and that's what you see here is something I've been using. But again, if you throw in the comments that you'd like to learn how to make bacon, no problem. We can do that another time. But we're going to get started with these simple ingredients. All right, let's get it on. All right, we'll start with our bacon. So you'll have slices at home. I would use maybe a quarter of a pack. With this one here, since it's my block, I'm gonna go a little bit thicker than you would normally get, obviously from the store. And we don't need a ton. We use about 3 pieces, approximately 1/4 inch a piece. We're gonna go straight down the middle, and then we're gonna slam it just in little chunks. There. We'll set that aside. While we wait, we'll put our bacon away. Flip our cutting board, rinse our knife. Dry our knife, and we'll get to our onions. I like for this recipe, I like my onions to be in strips. So I'm just gonna do just a few little strips of onions. That'll be good. And we can set that aside as well. All right, we're gonna start with a tablespoon of oil. Make sure your pan's nice and hot. Once you see the oil kind of go that quickly, it means it's pretty toasty. And then we're just gonna start with the bacon. We're gonna cook that up until it's nice and crispy, and we're gonna be good to go. As you can see here, we're starting to crisp up really nicely. At this point, I'm just gonna line out a plate with some paper towel and just let that sit. We're gonna continue to use the bacon fat for our onions, so I'm gonna get those in right away. All right, now that we got all the bacon out, we're gonna add our onions. Like I said, we'll keep as much bacon fat as we can. There's about a tablespoon worth in there, which is great. And we're just gonna cook these guys just until they're about start to turn clear. We're gonna add a couple more ingredients, and our jam won't be long. All right, now as you can see, the onions are starting to get really nice. We're just gonna caramelize it just a bit more. It's gonna help with the darkness when we make the jam. A nice dark jam is really nice to have. So we're just gonna caramelize these, get a little bit more color, and then we'll finish it off. All right, now that we got some color happening with these, as you can see, we've got some nice things here. We're gonna start adding everything else. We're gonna start with about a tablespoon of brown sugar, and we'll have the spices in the video for you. And we're going to hit it with about a tablespoon of maple syrup as well. If you don't have maple syrup, table syrup's just fine as well. And we're going to let that cook in just for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to add our bacon. This will just take a few seconds here. There we are. Now our bacon. There we go. We got some runaways here. There we go. That's good. There we go, guys. We got that jam going real nice here. And you just let that cook down a little bit. Everything should start thickening up real nice. And yeah, we'll have a little jam at the end here. All right, guys. As you see, things are coming really nice. You'll notice as you cook, things will start sticking to the bottom, and that's completely natural. That's no problem. I like to do a thing called deglaze, and I'm going to do that with this. Also, that's going to give it a little bit more moisture to help it thicken up to more of a jam-like substance too. So I'm using about 3 tablespoons of beer. Any kind is really fine. I'm using a light beer. A dark one would be nice if you want a darker, richer color. But whatever your taste is, really. That's going to help bring up all the stuff on the bottom. As you see, that comes right up. And we're just going to let that reduce now, and then we'll have a nice jam. All right, guys, bacon jams turn out real nice. Do a little deglaze with a beer, because what goes better than beer, with bacon, sorry, than beer. This will be quite tasty by the day's end. All right, as you can see, it's really thick. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, because as that cools, that's gonna thicken up as well, and that's exactly where you wanna be. Any more, it's just gonna be kind of really, really hard. It's gonna be tough to use. So once you see that kind of texture, go ahead and shut it down.